got a way to go. During their marriage, she waited for him to complete his tour of duty in the U.S. Army, whereupon they moved to their own second-floor rear apartment at 2036 West 13th Street. Now, over time, 7 people lived together in that 2-bedroom apartment. Mom, Dad, his mother, 4 children, and the family dog, Brownie. We got regularly caught by the dog catcher and we had to go bail him out. Lee worked a series of early jobs, including in a hat factory, where her job was to attach feathers to women's hats. Later, she worked at Phil May, a lingerie manufacturer, and their mom was a seamstress who did piecework. Bundles of pieces of materials were placed on her sewing machine, and she and other seamstresses were paid according to how many pieces they could sew that day. One of the dangers of doing that kind of work, the machines were power machines, and you could lose your fingers if you weren't as skilled as she was. She became an excellent seamstress, sewing dresses at home for herself and her girls, and she made our Easter dresses, my graduation photo dress, and later, a grateful daughter's wedding dress. I still have it. I had 3 sons, so I've not had occasion to pass it down yet. She was especially proud of her fine couture workmanship, evident in the detail, and even down to her decision to hand cover the buttons with silk fabric that she used to fashion her designer quality dress. Now, Lee and Cleve bought their only home in 1960, and they moved the family to 3056 West Florida. At the time of the move, Mom was pregnant with a 6th-child, Carl Marie, who, like her sister Elaine, born previously, had also passed shortly after birth. Always motivated to advance her career opportunities, Lee applied to the Illinois Department of Public Aid, where she served as a caseworker with commitment, passion, and imagination for the state of Illinois for 25 years, and retired at the age of 65. During that time, she also became an entrepreneur when she and Dad bought 3 apartment buildings on Chicago's West Side. He maintained the buildings, and she meticulously managed the administration. Now, Mitty was the night after her full-time job when she sat alone with her paperwork spread before her on the dining room table, carefully working through the issues of rents, repairs, insurance, and tenant concerns. Mom believed in the power of education and required that all of her children graduate high school. She further encouraged our decisions to graduate from college, and all 4 of us did. If she worried that we might not make it, she never showed it. Instead, she signed the college applications and made sure that we always knew that we could take emergency money when we needed it from the cigar box hidden in the basement under the stairs. Mom enjoyed reading everything from the Bible, Jet and Ebony magazines, the daily newspapers, science journals, including the hot romance novels with fascinating Black characters stacked in the bookshelf built into the headboard of her bed. As a young woman, she went to the movies on her own choosing, usually by herself, and as a wife, she loved fishing trips with Dad. As a mother, she enjoyed taking us to the park, going on long walks around the neighborhood, and made sure that we got to the beach once a year, after which she gave us each an aspirin and a dose of cod liver oil to fight off whatever germs may be lurking in Lake Michigan. After her retirement, she spread her wings and arranged amazing travel on cruises and flights with Dad to faraway places like Hawaii. She enjoyed shopping and museum trips with her girls, the planetarium with her son, bingo at the local church, and going with her friends on group bus trips to the riverboat. You could usually find a jigsaw puzzle just a few pieces away from being completed on the dining room table, or a crossword puzzle that didn't stand a chance of lasting out the week. Mom played a fierce game of Scrabble, and you better be clutching your dictionary when you sat down opposite her because she didn't need one. She bought a set of Encyclopedia Britannica, on the installment payment plan. And she expected us to read them because she sure did. Mom was a staunch Democrat. She'd been raised during the time of Roosevelt, and she lived to vote for and financially support the political campaign resulting in the election of America's first black president, Barack Obama. When she sent in her contribution to his campaign, she made a note on the memo line that read, "Because I believe in you." And another time, her phone rang, and U.S. Senator Ted Kennedy was on the line. He said, "Hi, Mrs. Killingsworth. I'm here with your son, Cleve, and he thought you wouldn't mind if I gave you a call just to say hi and to see how you are." She was delighted, and so was the senator. Leah was preceded in death by her husband, Cleve Killingsworth, and her youngest daughter, Linda Killingsworth. She leaves to celebrate her life her daughter, Sandra Finley, and husband, Eddie, son, Cleve Killingsworth, his wife, Darren, and daughter, Janice Killingsworth Walker, and her husband, Timothy Walker Sr. Grandchildren, Bakari Finley, Khalid Finley, and his wife, Rhonda, Ali Finley, and his husband, Dan, Ryan Hines, Aaron Killingsworth Walker, her husband, Timothy Walker Jr., Jasmine Shomedy, Lisa Killingsworth, Evan Killingsworth, great-grandchildren, Jaden Finley, Josiah Finley, and Miss Taylor Walker. And a host of loving friends and extended family members. What I want you to know, as you think about Mom on this last day of the formal celebration of her life, is that she left none of it on the table. She did it all. And in doing research for this piece that I just shared with you, I am awed at how she took herself into her own power in her own hands and invented herself over and over and over and over again. When I say she was brave, I don't think that we will know the distances she traveled from a child with the Great Depression to a child of this kind of level of love and care and prosperity. And I know that she would want you to look at each other from time to time, read what's going on in the faces, stay close enough so you can see each other's faces, and do what she did for me. She'd look at my face to see if I was doing well or happy, and she'd ask me, "How you doing, San?" And I'd say, "Okay, Mom." And if that sounded a little weak, she would go to the store and buy me a Hallmark pump you up card. You can do it. You can do it. So let's continue this amazing gathering, because this we can do. Thank you.